Hi everyone, it's Professor Clark, and in this lecture we are going to look at the verb быть, to be, and its uses with the instrumental. Let's start off with the present tense. And the present tense is very straightforward because modern Russian normally does not use the present tense of the verb to be, and the complement, whatever is something, is, as you've already learned, in the nominative. So we could say, Mama учительница, а папа строитель. My mother is a teacher and my father is a builder. If you're looking at the PowerPoint, note the use of dashes to indicate where we would otherwise have the verb to be. That's very common. It's not mandatory, but it's very common. And again, we just say, Mama teacher, Papa builder. That's all we have to do. There's no verb to be, and both parts of the phrase are in the nominative. Another example could be John Amerikanец, a Vanya Ruski. John is an American and Vanya is Russian. Again, both parts are in the nominative and there's no verb to be. In this example, I left the dashes out. They're not mandatory, but sometimes people like to use them for emphasis. However, if we have the infinitive of the verb быть, that is always followed by the instrumental. So you can say, Я инженер, I am an engineer, and engineer is in the nominative. But if you say, I want to be an engineer, Я хочу быть инженером, you have to put engineer in the instrumental because it follows the infinitive of the verb быть. Or we could say, Моя младшая сестра хочет быть балериной. My younger sister wants to be a ballerina. Again, if she already is a ballerina, we can just say, Моя младшая сестра балерина. But if she wants to be a ballerina, we have to say, Моя младшая сестра хочет быть балериной. Or another example could be, В детстве я хотел быть космонавтом. In childhood, or when I was a child, I wanted to be an astronaut. And once again, we have the infinitive of the verb быть, and so we follow it with the instrumental, Я хотел быть космонавтом. If I realized my dreams and I now am a cosmonaut, I can say, Я космонавт. But if I just wanted to be a cosmonaut, I could say, Я хотел быть космонавтом. And then the future tense of the verb быть, so буду, будешь, будет, будем, будете, будут, is also always followed by the instrumental. For instance, после университета он будет адвокатом. After college, he will be a lawyer. После аспирантуры она будет преподавателем. After grad school, she will be a college instructor. После экзаменов она будет кандидатом. After her exam, she will be a candidate, as in a PhD candidate. And this is a common title for Russians at a certain level of their study, is a кандидат. So, после экзаменов она будет кандидатом. Where things get a little tricky is with the past tense. So after the past tense of быть, the instrumental is used to indicate temporary states. For instance, когда он был молодым. When he was young. He's not young anymore. That was a temporary state, so we use the instrumental. Or, когда я была студенткой. When I was a college student. I am not a college student any longer. It's a temporary state, so I use the instrumental. Мама была медсестрой, а папа был бухгалтером. My mother was a nurse, and my father was an accountant. My mother no longer is a nurse, she's retired. My father no longer is an accountant, he's retired. So we use the instrumental. And the general rule is that ages, professions, or appearances take the instrumental. However, if you are indicating a permanent state, you use the nominative after the past tense of быть. And the general rule is that you use it for nationalities. For instance, Дедушка был русский, а бабушка украинка. My grandfather was Russian and my grandmother was Ukrainian. So there you go. I hope you found that helpful. It's pretty straightforward, although it's a little different than what we do in English, but you should be able to get the hang of it pretty quickly. So go forth and become, or appear, and enjoy your Russian.